Hello everyone, CatWeazle here, welcome to the channel and welcome back to our playthrough of Arkham Horror 2nd edition, The Horror at the Museum. Okay, this time we've got plenty to talk about, so let's go straight into... Yes, here we are at CatWeazle's Cock-Up Corner. A few things, fortunately, they don't really affect what happened last turn. Dead easy to fix, and a lot of them are around gates. I'll do those first out of the long list I've got to do. So first of all, the split gate that Diana shut. It was the Yuggoth and another dimension gate just here. I'm not going to bother, but you know, taking a snapshot of this. As you can see, there's just Yuggoth and another dimension, and they've both got their dimensional symbols. When you actually shut the gate, both dimensional symbols kick in with regards to monsters. So I didn't mention it last turn because another dimension has the square symbol and there were no square monsters, so I just didn't mention it, didn't take any monsters off the board. But in an unusual first for Arkham Horror, they allow both dimensional symbols to, no matter which gate that you went in, whether it's another dimension or Yuggoth, both of the symbols count when the gate is shut and sealed. Well, shut, don't even have to seal it. Once it's taken as a trophy, both symbols kick in and any monster with either of those symbols gets taken off the board. Which is great for us, because we have this guy, the crawling one, who was stinking up the south side streets. Well, he's gone now, so I'm going to chuck him in the monster cup. I'll give Diana her trophy back. So that was one that worked out for us. There's another one that's worked out for us, and this is regarding the movement gates. And this is one I wasn't aware of. I've been playing it wrong for years. Just a slight confusion on my part. There it is. And you see under the +0, there's a little symbol there with a arrow, and you can see it's got a crescent attached to it. Now, I always thought that that was the lurker at the threshold symbol they were talking about when they said it moves on a symbol, and I thought that was the symbol, the crescent symbol. But it actually moves, in this case, on the square, which is the normal dimensional symbol at the bottom, which means that this gate did move last turn, and it's now in the Rivertown streets. It's like, so that caught me out completely, so good work there to Mark and Phoenix Knight who put me right on that one. However, I was thinking, I thought, why did he have it in my mind that it did it that way? And then I realised why. We're actually using the Curse of the Dark Pharaoh expansion, and we've got the Ancient Whispers marker here. Now this is currently in the East Town streets. You see, that's got a symbol on it, and it's got the Eye of Horus there, and an upside down ankh, and they've added a crescent on it. And the reason they added a crescent on it is just to remind you that should the Ancient Whispers marker not move because of an encounter, because each encounter, it'll tell you where to move it. If it doesn't move, then during the Mythos phase, if you get monster movement on crescent moons, it'll move then. Told you that before. So they actually put a crescent on that in order to tell you to move it. Then, in the lurker at the threshold gate, they have a move symbol to say this is a moving gate, and they put a crescent symbol on it. So that's where I got confused. And it was reinforcing my mistaken thought that it was these just moved on crescent symbols. So it's not just me being crazy. There was, you know, warped reasoning why I thought it worked that way. Anyway, let's put these back. That goes back to East Town. And as you can see, that gate, because it's got a square symbol, and we had square monster movement last turn, has gone into River Town. That helps us as well, because now Charlie doesn't have to deal with the Night Gaunt whatsoever. He can just completely ignore the Night Gaunt. He wants to go into that gate because it's an easy gate to shut. It's a +0 gate. So he's just going to go into the Rivertown streets and get in the gate. And he's going to try and actually close and seal it. He's got 6 clues now. All right. Now onto another one. The Mythos deck. And when you get the story continues, rules as written are, and bear in mind the story continues is a card that came out with the core set. The rules as written are, apparently, that you take all the discards, all the cards, and just shuffle all the Mythos cards, yeah? And then stack it again. We've got a few problems, because, one, I went through it last turn, we're only using 25 Mythos cards, yeah? And all the things I mentioned then, all the problems with, obviously cards are just going to keep coming up and again and again and again, because we've got a curated deck. They still stand. Secondly, I'm videoing this for people to watch. And seeing the same cards again and again and again, well, it's boring, frankly. None of the cards that we've seen are particularly bad. It's not like we've got a rumour that could come back. They're just all, it's the usual Mythos cards. I mean, they're not particularly good, but they're not particularly bad. There's none that stand out. So, shuffling them back in to a 25 card deck and the possibility of them coming out again, it doesn't fill me with any excitement, so I'm not going to do it. Additionally, it just means that because we've got a 25 card deck, it increases the chances of monster surges. And that's in our favour. Totally in our favour, because if you get a monster surge, we're not going to get a doom token on the track. We're just going to get a monster surge. We've got Charlie, we've got Hank, and they're perfectly capable of killing every monster on the board. The only reason I haven't killed the ones on the board is because I'm so confident that Hank and Charlie can take them all out, so I'm not bothered. I've let them grow a bit. But, yeah, it'd work in our favour, because get a load of monster surges, kill a load of monsters, turn the monster toughness trophies in, get a load of clues. It's just going to help us out. So it's boring to see the same cards again and again and again. And two, it's a faff. I don't know when the designers put this story continues card in. It was, I think it was in the core game. And, there was still plenty of Mythos cards then. And just to, continue, shuffle them all again. And you've got to shuffle them well, because you're putting discards back in. Not some crappy riffle. You've got to do it properly. So that means a good 20 minutes of shuffling the stuff I do before I actually set up this game. Because you don't want... It's bad enough to get one of these cards again, because it's a bit boring. But imagine you didn't shuffle it properly, and for 3 turns, you got 3 cards that you'd already seen because you hadn't shuffled it properly. So you have to spend a good time shuffling them. And if it was rules as written, and we weren't playing this scenario, we wouldn't have 25 cards either. We'd have the core Mythos deck, the Black Goat of the Woods Mythos deck, the Curse of the Dark Pharaoh Mythos deck, and the associated Miskatonic ones. That is a lot of cards. I mean, I've been going on about that gate deck down there being ridiculous to shuffle. We'd have more cards than that. And to, I'm not spending all my time shuffling cards. It's boring! Certainly not shuffling cards like the ones that we've just seen, which, you know, they're nothing special. I think there's one gate burst, and even on that one, I know without looking in that discard deck, I know it was for the woods. So it just means, oh right, I won't seal. If I close the woods gate, I'm not going to bother sealing it because I know that there's a woods gate burst back in the deck now. So it's, yeah, I think it's a holdover from when you just had the core game. There weren't quite as many Mythos cards, though I'm sure there was still about 50 or 60 of them. And it's just a faff for, you know, no benefit at all. As I say, we haven't even, you know, like just got rid of a rumour or something. That might make it a bit spicy, you know, if a rumour came back in. But considering the Mythos cards that we've gone through, I'm not going to do it. It's just, I don't think it serves any purpose for gameplay. I think somebody mentioned, Lynn or somebody, saying, what's the point in shuffling then? That's a good point. I don't see the point in shuffling, but I've done it now. So there we go. And I've got to admit, I wouldn't. If I get the story continues again, I'm not even going to bother shuffling. I'm just going to go straight past it. I don't think it serves any purpose at all. It might do if we'd got rid of a rumour. That might spice it up a bit. I might do it then. I might shuffle the rumour, just the rumour, back in. But I wouldn't do it for any other reason. It's just a waste of time. Anyway, so that's that one. I'm not doing that one. But one I am updating is, I did mention it. This is not really a CatWeazle's cock-up corner, because I did say at the time, when Hank got that cultist in the other world, a monster appears and he fought it. I did ask, like, oh, does this count towards Rantagoth's sheet? And it does. So it's on there. Yeah, it's on there. So we've popped him on. So that means a couple of things. One, Hank's going to have to fight another monster, because as soon as the cultist comes out, he goes onto Rantagoth's sheet and it's replaced by another monster. So we're going to do that in a sec, because that's first in line. And he'll fight another monster, so we'll pick something else out of the monster bag and he'll fight that. Then we've got to do a couple of things with Diana and Jenny, because they've got cult membership cards. So they're actually going to have to do the roll. So they're going to roll to see if they get devoured. So I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to actually do... Well, you're going to see this turn now because I've run it together, but you might see a difference in lighting, because I'm going to do all that now. I'm not actually going to do the rest of the turn till tomorrow. I haven't got much time today, and in fact it's ideal I'll do it today, because if either Jenny or Diana fail their luck roll, then I'm going to have to pick out a new investigator anyway. So I'll do that tomorrow. So, but we're rolling for devouring. Now that's exciting. Shuffling cards isn't exciting, but rolling for death, that's exciting. So we're going to do that for Jenny and Diana after Hank has fought his monster, because that happened in the other world encounter phase. So we'll do that first. Then Jenny and Diana's rolling would have occurred in the Mythos phase, so we'll do it then. One thing to mention, although the cultist has gone on Rantagoth's sheet, his -1, you know, for the luck check that we talked about, that doesn't kick in for Jenny and Diana. Like a lot of the cards in this game, it kicks in the next phase. So you get a turn's grace, like the bank loan and the blessing and the curse and the retainers and all that. And quite a few Mythos cards, it does say, you know, you start rolling for this the turn after it comes into play. It's exactly the same with a cultist going on to Rantagoth's sheet. The -1 luck check will come into force the turn after. So as far as Diana and Jenny are concerned, they don't have a penalty. It's just a flat roll, which is good. Right, let's get on with it. We'll do Hank first, and then we'll do the roll for Diana and for Jenny. And here we are with Hank. So he's got to fight another monster. Come on. Come on, son. Right, what have we got? Another serpent people. The serpent people. They're taking over. It's like V. So this guy, -2 to evade. Crescent monster. Magically resistant, that's okay. We've got a shotgun. He's elusive. Oh, that means in fact, we can ignore him. This is really good. We can ignore him, I think. Just let me check that. Yes, I'm back. Yeah, we can just avoid it. Where have I put it? Where have I put the monster? I put it down somewhere. Oh, here it is. So, because it's elusive, we don't have to fight it. I'll just read. This is from the wiki. Elusive is a monster special ability. Monsters with the elusive ability try to avoid combat with investigators instead of initiating it. Elusive monsters are indicated by a green awareness modifier on their movement side, in addition to the elusive ability on their combat side. Investigators may leave or end their movement in areas containing elusive monsters without having to fight or evade the elusive monsters. So, yeah, that says to me, looking back at the card that we got, you are not safe here. A monster appears. It doesn't say I have to fight it. So if it said like you have to fight it or you are in combat with, then I would. But it's elusive. It's not interested in fighting Hank. Hank's certainly not interested in fighting the serpent person. So we're not going to do it. That goes back in the bag. Well, that was easy. I got my dice tower out and everything. Never mind. Yeah, so the serpent person that's on the board, if we do actually want to fight it, like all elusive monsters, you've actually got to pass a sneak check first. But this time the sneak check is you sneaking up on the monster rather than trying to sneak past the monster. Once you pass your sneak check, then you can actually start combating it. But as it stands at the moment, we didn't want to fight it, so we're not going to pass any sort of sneak check because we don't want to combat. So we're not having it. So that was quick. Okay, now the really important stuff. Right, here we are with Jenny. Now, she's got a Cult of the 1,000 membership, which means, because Rantagoth's like chewing up a cultist, we've got to do a luck check to survive, to not get devoured. Now, she's got 3 luck. She's got 2 luck on a sheet, but she's also got her +1 luck skill. So she's going to roll 3 dice. It is 3 dice because of that cultist -1 penalty won't kick in till next turn. So she gets 3 dice. Oh, it's exciting! Come on, Jenny! Come on, you can do it! A 6! Go girl, go girl! So Jenny gets away with it, thankfully. That's the first one. Next up, it's Diana. And here we are with Diana, and it's a bit tricky for Diana. We really bumped her law up. So she's only got 1 luck. She's got a single luck, unfortunately, and there's nothing else that helps. So that's 1 dice. But it is a check. We are doing a luck check, and she does have 3 clues. So we'll pop those there. She is blessed. So we need a 4, 5 or 6. Come on, Diana. She gets a 5 anyway. Oh, good stuff. got away with it. How she keeps her clues. Whew. Yes, that was way more exciting than shuffling cards. Alright, we've got away with it there. All of them got away with it. I mean, Hank didn't even have to fight his monster, getting a serpent person. Yeah, the elusive ability, you don't have to fight the monster, so we get away with that one. And both Jenny and Diana have rolled like demons. They've got away with that cultist being pulled out. We're definitely going to have to bless Jenny. Get rid of that, what is it, Cult of the Thousand cult membership. Diana, yeah, I'll see how I'm feeling. But I am tempted to make her keep the Silver Twilight membership, even though she could get rid of it if she had 5 clues. Yeah, or she got blessed again, she could get rid of it. But yeah, we'll just we'll play it by ear. She is meant to be a mole, so she might just end up getting devoured. We shall see. But she's got away with it this time. And what I may certainly do is start bumping her luck up. I think that'll be a good idea in the upkeep phase. Speaking of the upkeep phase, that'll be next. But for me, it won't be for a while yet. But for you, you'll see it in just a couple of moments. And here we are at the upkeep phase. 24 hours later for me, but only a couple of moments for you. Alright, thankfully I didn't have to get any more characters organised, and we can carry on with the investigators we've got. So here we are with Jenny. First things first, before I forget, let's give her $1. She's got a trust fund. I'll just put it there because we may have to give it to the bank. We've got to roll. So anything above a 3, a 4, a 5 or a 6 please. A 1. Rubbish. But better we roll a 1 on a bank loan than we do it on a blessing or something. Alright. There we go. Mind you, a 1 when she was cursed would have helped, wouldn't it? Flashback! A flashback! No! Alright, so she's still got $9. That's still plenty. Still plenty. Alright. Okay, what's she going to do? She's going to head up towards the curiosity shop. Because, yeah, let's get her digging for an elder sign, or at least, you know, something really funky that can help us out. So she's going to head up in that direction. She's only got 3 speed. That'll get her where Merchant District streets. And fortunately there's no monsters in the way, so she'll just head up that way. She may well pass a couple of people on the way. Well, I think Charlie's going to go past her, and Diana is going to go past her. So, but I don't think we particularly want to trade. And I want her to keep all her money. I tell you what, Charlie might give her a few dollars, you know, to help out. He's got $7, so he might give her a few dollars so she can, you know, splurge out at the curiosity shop. So we might do that. Other than that, it's quite straightforward. Let's get her to the curiosity shop as quickly as possible. Now, she's going to be in a street location. And we do have a flying monster. It's currently at the graveyard. It hasn't moved yet. When it does move, it's only going to look at the Rivertown streets, because it'll be the first time that it moves. So if it does move, it'll look at the Rivertown streets. She won't be in the Rivertown streets, so she'll be fine. It will then go up to the sky. If it moves again, then we've got to make sure there's nobody in the streets, unless it's somebody who's all tooled up like Charlie or Hank, in which case it'll be fine. But yeah, as it stands, I don't think we're under... We won't get attacked by the Night Gaunt, I don't think. I can't think of a situation where that'd happen. Well, at least next turn, anyway. This turn, sorry, anyway. Right, so I won't mess around with a fighting wheel, Law and Luck, and she definitely needs 3 speed. Get up there as quick as we can. Alright, that's it for Jenny. Next up, it will be Diana Stanley. And here we are with Diana Stanley, somebody else who got away with it last turn. But good job she's blessed. That's all I can say. But yeah, we're going to have to make a couple of changes with her. But first of all, let's see if she keeps this blessing. Come on, Diana. Come on. A 5. Yes. Rolled a 5 to escape devouring as well, didn't she? But that'll do. 5s will do. So she keeps her blessing, which is great. Now, what's she going to do? Yeah, we're going to have to change some of these. She now has 2 focus because she's passed a personal story. So we're going to use those 2 focus and we're going to bump her luck up because I'm not going to get her blessed again or spend 5 clues to get rid of the Silver Twilight Lodge membership. She's stuck with it. We're gonna go for it. Gonna see if we can get away with it. So yeah, she's continuing to be the mole, Mrs. Moley, and so we've moved that there. So at least we can give her a chance. You know, as much of a chance as we can by bumping a luck up. I think Hank, if Hank crosses paths with Diana, he'll also give her the lucky rabbit's foot, I think. And in fact, I don't think she's going to... No, she won't bump into Charlie, unfortunately. He may have got the lucky cigarette case off him as well. If we can, we'll give her all the luck stuff. And hopefully that will keep her alive. We'll have to see. A lot depends on her keeping that blessing. Talking of blessings, she does have a gate trophy. So what we're going to do with her is she's going to go down to South Church. Made a lot easier by the fact that the crawling one had to go back to the Monster Cup, so it's no longer in Southside. However, she's only got 3 speed. She's also going to have to avoid Rivertown because it's got a gate in it. So she's going to go downtown Merchant District Street. She'll be in Miskatonic University streets. And from there, yeah, it's just another 3 movement to South Church. Once she gets there, what she's going to do is she's going to spend that gate trophy and she is going to bless Jenny Barnes. And Jenny Barnes will lose that Cult of 1,000 membership. The only person I want to have cult memberships at the moment is Diana. And in fact, I don't really want Diana to have one. I'm just doing it for thematic reasons. My advice to any players out there who are trying to win this scenario is, yeah, just get rid of any cult memberships. It'll make it a lot easier. There are a lot of cultists in that bag. I'll be very surprised if we don't pull another one. You know, during the course of this playthrough, very surprised. So Diana, we've moved up her luck. Nothing else to move. We're going to spend that gate trophy in a couple of turns' time. Oh yeah, she's got 2 bloody clues. She's got 2 spells here. And one of which is for gathering clues and the other one is for getting out of other worlds quickly. We cannot use them at the moment because of that stupid Environment Mystic card. The longest solar eclipse ever is going on in Arkham, and while it's affecting mystical energies and we can't cast spells. So that's a bit of a bummer. But never mind, we will soldier on. Hopefully we'll get another environment card like this Mythos phase and we can get rid of that one and she can start casting spells again. But for this turn and the next turn, she's not in another world anyway. There are no clues on the board. So you wouldn't be casting any of these anyway. So we've got a couple of turns to get rid of that environment card before we really want, you know, it to be gone. We certainly want it to be gone by the next time she goes into a gate. But we'll see how we go on. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else to do with her. So we can move on, and the next investigator will be Charlie Kane. And here we are with Charlie. What's he going to be doing? Well, he's going to be getting into Rivertown because he wants to get in that gate. The another dimension, lurker at the threshold, movement gate. And it's not guarded because the gate moved, so we want to pop in there. Get in there, spend 5 clues, seal it. Yeah. Bit of a bummer it has moved, because although it makes it easier for us to get in, I don't think I mentioned it last turn. One of the bad things about these moving gates is obviously when they do move, they vacate the place they were in. So there is no longer a gate at the graveyard, which is a high frequency gate. So there's every chance another gate will open there. Normally, the gates don't move, so if there's already one on a location, when another gate goes to open, you just get a monster surge. But now a gate can open at the graveyard again, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. And if one does open there, and that night guard doesn't move, you end up with 2 monsters guarding this new gate. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Hopefully we won't get a graveyard gate, but we could do. Other than that, yes, he will be passing Jenny. He'll have to go through the Merchant District to get to Rivertown, and Jenny, having gone first, will be in the Merchant District streets. So I think he will trade with her and give her some of this money. I'll give her this $5 here. And other than that, do we need to move? No. I think we will move his speed down. We'll move his speed down to 2. And his sneak will be at 2 on here, but he gets an extra seat from Ryan Dean, so his sneak will be at 3. That's just for when he gets into another world. If we get another monster attacking us, probably won't be a serpent people monster or an elusive monster. It'll probably be one looking to crack his head open. I want the opportunity to perhaps be able to sneak past it. He's got some weapons and he's not behind the door. He'll probably have to kill most things, but at least that's another option. That is another option. So we've moved that over 1. He's got another focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his luck up. As we've seen, luck, it does pop up as a test a lot in other worlds, especially in another dimension. I think they've all been luck checks, even the ones I've discarded. So there's been a lot of luck checks. So let's get his luck up to 4. And other than that, I think that's the best we can do for him. The other thing to remember as well, fine clothing has been really good for us. Yeah, but it won't work in another world because it has the key phrase in Arkham. So I've got to remember, do not give him an extra die when he's in another dimension for any skill check, because he's not going to get it. They do not like tuxedos in other worlds. Got to remember that. Alright, so that's it for him. And our last player is Hank Sampson. And here we are with Hank. What's he going to be doing? Well, dead easy for Hank. He's in another dimension. He's trying to get out of another dimension. He'll go to the second part and have another otherworld encounter. And how can we help him out there? Well, it looks alright at 3. Could move it up to 4, but what I want to do is get this fight up. So we're going to use his 2 focus to get his fight up to 5. Just in case we get another monster jumping out on us, he is going to try and basically marmalise it. So won't be able to take anything on. As I said, I don't think we'll get another serpent people. So we'll probably, anything else that comes at us, we'll probably have to fight. So both him and Charlie, you know, he's got 2 sneak, just in case. But yeah, let's get them all set up for, you know, the possibility of doing some fighting during the otherworld encounter phase. Other than that, I don't think there's anything to do. No, he won't be bumping into anybody else, so no need to think of trades or anything like that. He's ready to go. Come on, Hank. Get out of that other world next turn, and let's close that gate. Alright, that's it for Hank. Next up is the movement phase. And here we are with Jenny. Quite straightforward. 1 to Uptown, 2 to the Miskatonic University streets, 3 to the Merchant District. She's off to Northside and the Curiosity Shop. Hopefully she'll get there sometime soon. Alright, that's it for Jenny. Next up, we go to Independence Square. And there's Independence Square. Way off in the distance is Diana Stanley. So she's got 3 movement. She's going to go to downtown for 1 movement. The Merchant District for a 2nd movement. Say hello to Jenny, but they're not going to trade. And for a final movement, she's going to get to the Miskatonic University streets. Okie doke, that's it for Diana. Next up, Charlie. And here we are with Charlie. He's got 2 movement. First movement is to the Merchant District streets, where he's going to trade with Jenny. Going to give her $5. But rather than give her all those, he'll just give her... We'll do it like that. Save messing around. So, giving her an extra $5. He's still got 2 left for emergencies. And he's got 1 movement point left. So he's going to go to the Rivertown streets, where the gate is. Remember, he does not go immediately into that gate. Phases, kids. Phases. Okay, that's it for Charlie. Next up is Hank. Here he is, Mr. Hank. And he's just going to move to the 2nd part of another dimension. That's it for him. That's it for the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the Arkham encounter phase. Going to be very quick, and I can do it in 1 shot, which is always great. Saves on the editing. So first of all, it's Jenny. She's in the streets, so she doesn't have an Arkham encounter. Similarly, Diana. She is in the streets. She doesn't have an encounter either. And finally, Charlie. Guess what? He's in the streets in Rivertown. He doesn't have an encounter, but he is in a place with a gate. He gets sucked through the gate to, guess where? Another dimension. Are there any other dimensions than another dimension? I think not. So he goes to the first part of another dimension. So he doesn't see Hank, who's in the 2nd part, but they're both in the other world. That is it for the Arkham encounter phase. We've got Hank and Charlie in another world, so we do have an other world encounter phase, and that's next. And here we are at the otherworld encounter phase. So we need the gate deck, which I am going to do a cut for and pop it here. any colour as normal. We'll look for another dimension. If it isn't there, and there isn't many, we'll pick another, and if it isn't on the second card, then we'll do the other designation on the card. So the first one, nope, so get rid of that. Second one, does it have another dimension on it? No, so we're just going to have to do the other down here. Other. This area is filled with discarded antiques from Earth. Most of it is junk, but some of it might be worth something. Gain $3. So that's alright. Woohoo! Oh, that was Hank, by the way. Hank is doing this. Oh no, sorry, Charlie. Charlie's doing this. Charlie goes before Hank. So Charlie gets $3 like he needs it. He gives money away, gets money back. Typical politician. So he's up to $5, back up to $5 now. He gets political donations even in another dimension. Well done, sir. Oh, so that was pretty good. That was pretty good. We'll take that. And now it is Hank. So, right, what are you doing in the second part of this other world, Hank? Again, we don't have another dimension, so we'll discard that. We haven't had one yet. I don't think there is many. I don't think there is many for another dimension, but we'll see if we finally do get one. No, and it's a red one, and it's bloody Curse of the Dark Pharaoh as well. So this probably isn't very nice. Alright, other. You can hear it breathing. Oh my god. Make a will -1 check. Blimey, what's his will? I don't think it's that good. His will is 0 because we moved him up. Has he got anything that can help him? I don't think so. I do not think so. And even his lucky rabbit's foot only works for Arkham encounters. So we failed. If you fail, you scream in terror, giving yourself away. Lose 1 sanity and 2 stamina. He wouldn't do that, Hank. But at least he doesn't have to fight anything. So he's lost 1 sanity and 2 stamina. So he's down to 3. He's down to 3 sanity. Where is he? There he is. Don't put the tokens on the wrong person. You've done that before, Paul. And 2 stamina. So what does that leave him with? He's got 3 sanity and 4 stamina. That's plenty. And he's coming out next turn anyway. We didn't actually have to pull a monster or anything. We just lost the sanity and the stamina. Not his best work. But yeah, we'll take that. He had plenty of health. He's got plenty. He had plenty of stamina, sanity. So yeah, that's okay. So we didn't even get to roll anything. Bomber. Pick these up. Try not to drop them this time. And those 2 down there as well. Woo. So all in all, not too bad, not too bad. As otherworld encounters go, they were all right actually. They were okay. That is it for the otherworld encounter phase. Next up, it's our favourite. It's the laugh and the chuckle phase. And here we are at the mythos phase. Always a delight. It's our favourite, isn't it? Alright. Well, let's get on it. Mythos card. So, what's this? Strange sightings. A headline. Some weirdness going on as well. It's a miskatonic one. So, hopefully that's focused. I'll be able to take a photo of that. Should be coming up for you. Alright. strange sightings. So first of all this monster, at least the gate's not opening. I tell you what, if a gate had opened and it had been bloody, and I'd have picked out another dimension, I was going to put it right back in the bag, because I'm sick of getting another dimension gates. And I got another one, but this one isn't. It's a weird one. So it looks like it's every monster symbol on here, so everything is going to move, apart from the ghost, which is yellow bordered and doesn't move. Right, so everything moves. We'll start with Mr. Gate. So the gate moves on white. So that's going to go to French Hill. So we've got a gate at French Hill. And the serpent people there, that's a crescent. That's going to move on white. So that goes to south side. Normally that would be a pain because we want to get Diana to South Church, but serpent people are elusive, so she doesn't need to stop and fight the monster or evade it. She can just go right past it. So there we are. Serpent people, actually, as an aside, let's make this long video even longer by a CatWeazle ramble. Serpent people, if you didn't know, what they actually do is they take over people and they put their skins on, you know, human skin on, and it's a serpent person underneath, you know, like V. Remember the TV programme V, the series? Well, yes, they just like they take over people and sort of devour them and put their skin on, which is really nice. So that's why they're elusive, because they actually it doesn't look like it. It won't be looking like it does on here, you know, like an actual serpent. It will have actually took over some human being and be wearing their skin. So that's why it's elusive. There you are. That's the end of my ramble for the time being. I may have another one before the end of the episode. We'll see. Okay, so that's fine. We'll be able to get past it. And the ghost won't move because it's a yellow bordered monster. Night Gaunt. So the Night Gaunt does end up moving. It's normally on black because it's a sort of dash, the monster symbol, the dimensional symbol on it. But because it's going up into the sky for the first time, the only street location it checks will be Rivertown here. So it'll have a look round Rivertown, doesn't see anything, misses these two and flies to the sky. So we'll put it in the sky there. If it moves again, because its vantage point is the sky, then it would see these two, and whoever had the lowest sneak, it'd attack. But as it stands, it's in the sky. So they've both got away with it again. And stay lucky, girls, stay lucky. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else to move. We've got no other moving gates. Done all the monsters. Our monster hasn't come out, which is great. Don't have to use the Doom token either, which is great. So not bad at all. Right, we'll actually read the thing now because it's a headline. Strange sightings headline. A monster surge occurs. Dun, dun, dun. However, no gates open this turn. The first player gains a clue token. Monster surge. A monster surge isn't going to occur. Because, hang on. Where are you, Hank? You're over here, so there you are. Yes, because of... Hopefully that'll focus. Can you see it? Elder Sign Pendant. It'll come up on the screen. Elder Sign Pendant, Mythos phase, which is now Laugh and Chuckle phase. Discard to prevent a monster surge. Instead, one monster, or two if there are 5 or more players, so we've only got 4 investigators, so 1, appears at the gate indicated on the Mythos card. There isn't a gate on the Mythos card. I'll just discard that. And yes, what are we going to do? I'm still going to pull one monster, because I suppose I could argue because there isn't a gate on there, but I don't think that's in the spirit of it. How many gates have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 gates. Tell you what we'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll roll a dice, and we'll get one monster that goes on one of these gates. Just keep rolling till I get a 1 or a 5. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. I know we're a bit far away. That is a 5. Can you see it? Move that out of the way. Can you see it? I think you can. Yeah. Move it a bit closer anyway. It is a 5. So that means Historical Society. I wish it hadn't been the Historical Society, because I was rather liking the fact that it didn't have a guardian, but it's going to get a guardian now. But it's better than getting a full monster surge. Better than getting 5 monsters. What have we got? We don't want a cultist. It isn't a cultist because it's a red monster. It's a Shoggoth. Now, Shoggoths aren't very nice either, let's be honest. -1 to sneak past. It's a diamond monster. The red border means it's fast. So when it does move, it will move 2 spaces, not 1 space. Let's flick it over. I'm going to have to take a picture of this as well because it's got text on the back. Horror check, -1. If you fail, 3 sanity. Oh, that's a bit grim. And it's -1 on the combat check as well, or you lose 3 stamina. That's pretty grim, but it is 3 toughness. Let's physical resistance as well. Nightmarish 1, so you lose a sanity as soon as you. Even if you pass your horror check, you're going to lose a sanity. Hank doesn't do horror checks, but he'll still lose a sanity, but it won't affect, his being thick-skulled. Yeah, it just means that he actually has to fail the horror check. Yeah, if he passes the combat check and doesn't have to do a horror check, then he hasn't failed it. So even though he might lose a sanity in killing this thing, it wouldn't affect his thick-skulled ability. And what's the actual text? Oh, it's just flavour text. The stench was unbearable, and rising to the surface came a terrible cry. "To Kelly lie! To Kelly lie!" Or something like that. Right, let's get it a stand. We're going to start killing a few of these. And we have got some nasty ones. Ghosts are bad. Ghosts are bad news. The night gaunt, they're fairly easy. They're okay. I'm not too bothered about that. But the ghost, the Shoggoth, and the serpent person is quite easy. It's just a pain because you've got to go through that rigmarole of passing a sneak check to find it, and then fighting it. But the ghost and the Shoggoth, they are nasty, nasty monsters. Okay, so I think that is it. Oh, first player gains a clue token. Our first player is Jenny Barnes. Jenny Barnes finally gets a clue token. Hurrah! There you go, Jenny. A clue token for your cockle. Enjoy. I suppose it might help out, if we do get a cultist and she's got a luck check, at least she's got she can re-roll a die there with that. But, ideally, she could do with 4 more. If she gets 4 more, she can complete her personal story for a change, and we can find Isabel. But, yeah, at least we've got a clue. At least we've got a clue, because there are no clues anywhere else on the board. And the only trophy that we have, that's going to go, that's got to be turned in for a blessing for Jenny, which will get immediately discarded because she'll be discarding a Cult of the Thousand membership. Yeah, perhaps, we will have to start killing some monsters and then, turning them in at the science building for clues. And if Charlie and Hank can close their respective gates, they'll get gate trophies, and they can hand those gate trophies in as well to get some clues. Because, now the clues are off the board. If we're going to win the game, we need to seal 6 gates, and we haven't got the clues to seal 6 gates, nowhere near. And we'll have to get them another way, which is turning in trophies. Turning in trophies and hoping we get a few nice encounters, which give us some clues. Right, so that is it for episode 6. I think went pretty well. Hank's out next turn. Hopefully he'll close the science building gate, get a trophy. Diana, South Church, bless Jenny. Jenny gets rid of the Cult of the Thousand. Jenny is going to the curiosity shop, so she'll actually start shopping next turn. Hopefully she'll get an elder sign. If not an elder sign, she'll get something equally as funky that will really help us out. Something perhaps that we can discard for clues. That would be helpful. But elder sign, that's what we really want. And Charlie will be in another dimension, trying to get to the second part of another dimension. And monster movement. We didn't have a Ancient Whispers encounter, did we? But we did have monster movement on, what was it on? Was it on white? Yes, crescent on white. So this will move, the Ancient Whispers marker will move on white. So that'll go down to Rivertown. Okay, solar eclipse is still in play. We could have done with another environment mythos card to get rid of that. Hopefully we'll get that next turn. Really got to get rid of that. Not being able to cast Find Gate is a real... it'll really put a dampener on us. It's not too bad at the moment because we've got Diana doing something else. But as soon as she comes out of there, I was hoping to get rid of the Historical Society. That's been kibosh now, hasn't it? She might be able to sneak past the Shoggoth. I was hoping to get her into there dead quick and then find Gate a way out, but yeah, bit of a kibosh. South Church, 1, 2. She can't get to the witch house. The gate's in the way. She gets sucked through this gate here, you see. And yeah, so it's just the Abyss or the Plateau of Leng, really. And they both got bad monsters guarding them. But they might be gone. They might be gone back. What's this one? Squares. Have we got a square monster? No, we haven't. Yeah, if we'd shut that next turn with Hank, we'd get rid of a square monster. But we haven't got any square monsters to get rid of. Boo! But you never know. We might be able to get rid of a monster somehow. Alright. That's the one we could do with it. Have we got any gates with a... Oh, Plateau of Leng's got a diamond. See it there? The one at the Historical Society. So if she could sneak past the Shoggoth, come back and shut the gate, we'd get rid of the Shoggoth that way. 1, 2. So if she put a sneak, she could change a sneak to 2 and speed 2. She's got a dark cloak. I shouldn't be doing this. This isn't even next turn, it'll be the turn after. But yeah, she could get a sneak up and she's got the dark cloak. And survivors as well. She's got survivors relationship card, which gives it helps on evade checks. So she might be able to get in there and evade that. Anybody that gets in there and shuts this Plateau of Leng gate will automatically get rid of the Shoggoth because of the symbol on there. Cool. Plan. Remember it. I may not. Alright. Anyway, good turn. No Doom token. No gate opening. Fab. We've had a lot of monster movement and stuff, but we'll put up with that, that's fine. Okay, that is it for turn 6. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all the views, thanks for all the subscriptions, and thank you for all the comments. You're all stars. Anybody who's been to BGG, the video link's over there to like or drop geek gold or comment or anything of that nature. Thank you very much indeed. And a special thank you to those of you who've gone to KoFi.com and bought a brew for CatWeazle. Bless your little cotton socks. Thank you so much. It really helps. And right, I think that is it. I hope to see you for episode 7. Until then, this is me, CatWeazle, saying toodaloo.